Good morning, friends. So, since I'm home today, I'm going to get some potatoes in the oven, kind of test run on this potato diet plan. I'm learning a lot, reading a lot of testimonies. So far, I haven't read of anyone dying from it. So, I'm going to do this little golden bag, honey gold baby potatoes. It says fast prep, triple wash, and no peeling. I'm still going to wash them. And I got some new scrubbies out that I make. Those are the scrubbies I make. And these will be dedicated just for vegetables. So I won't use them on any dishes or pots and pans. And I'll just use them to scrub and clean. So if I want to eat the peel, I can. I may try to buy organic because it's potatoes and maybe it won't be that expensive. So I'm going to wash these and I'm going to cut them up. And I have this little baking, I forget what you call them, but I'm going to put them on here to bake because I don't have to put oil on it. One person I found on YouTube actually, she suggested parchment paper a lot. So I'm probably going to get some parchment paper. May check to see if Aldi's has that. If not, it can't be that expensive. And then I'm going to put some garlic salt on it. And I love this seasoning salt, which is probably something that you can't use on the diet because of the salt content. But today I'm just practicing. So here's what's so funny. Okay, so these potatoes, they shouldn't be hard to cook, right? But what do? I go and Google to see if there's any information about how to cook these. Okay, and here's what I realized. It's just a potato. Just cook it. I can boil it. I can cut them up and put them in the oven. I can put them in the oven just like that. I could even steam it. Okay, so I have a pan that's got another pan inside of it with holes. I could steam them. I could probably put them in that little crock pot over there. Yeah, so I just need to do it. And that's the thing. Sometimes I spend so much time researching that I don't do. And so I'm going to wash these. I won't videotape all of that, but I'll wash these and then I'll show them on the pan before I put them in the oven. I put the oven at 425, so hopefully that's not too high. Okay, so I'm going to cut them up and just kind of quarter them. And I might do it like that. And if I see any bad spots, let's see, let's get in the camera. There we go. Like that little brown right there. I'm going to cut that out. And that's, I think, a benefit of cutting them, because then you can cut any bad spout out. And yeah. So what I'm going to do is just cut them and put them in this Ziploc bag. Like that. And then I'll have them all in there. And I'm going to shake them up with the spices and put them on the roasting pan or baking pan, whatever. Okay, so I have them cut up in the bag, and I didn't cut up all of them, so I have that left. I think what I'm going to do is put those in my little crock pot, which is right there, and I'm going to put them in on low today, maybe with I might make a little chicken broth and see what happens, and just kind of see how long it takes them to cook. And try them that way. So I'll be cooking them two different ways. I'll do it in the crock pot because that may be one way that I'm able to cook them so they're ready when I get home. So, cutting up potatoes and stuff, I'm not going to have time to do that. Definitely not in the morning. And I might do it at night, of course. I can come home and do it. But a lot of times you're tired. So the crock pot may be a way, but I'm just going to put some seasoning salt in here, and then a little garlic salt, just like, just a cheap brand. It'd be better if I was doing fresh garlic, which I can do that too. So, and then I'm just going to shake them up to try and get them all evenly seasoned. I think that's why I did that in here. I think there's too much air in here. So A lot of it is, with me, I think one of my problems is I think I need to research it till I become an expert. And then I'll start. Because I think there's that big fear of failure. So you want to do it right. Well, I need to get over that and just do it. So that's what I'm doing. So we will take these over here to this pan and just gonna dump them on there. I'm not gonna treat that pan or anything. It's just a roasting pan. So spread those out. And there we go. I'm gonna put them in the oven, and I'll probably set a timer for 30 minutes. No, I'm gonna set a timer for 20 because they're pretty small and they say they cook fast. So set a timer for 20 and we will see how they turn out. And I'll put the other ones in the crock pot and eat those later today and see how those turn out. So this is going to be my breakfast. So I'll let you know how they turn out in about 20-30 minutes. All right, so this is how I made my chicken broth. I have a bunch of cubes that I get. Actually, my uncle gets them for me when he goes to Costco. But it's just this big old container of chicken cubes. I used to use them a lot because I would boil just elbow noodles in chicken broth for my kids. My boys really liked that. It was simple and they liked it, so that was that. So I would boil that for them. And so I probably have more than a cup of water. It's probably 1 cube to a cup, but that's okay. I just want to see if it will add a little flavor into the potatoes. So I'm going to add this into the crock pot. Maybe not all of it, just maybe like to cover the bottom, not sure. I don't know, I haven't done it. There's not really a recipe for it, so you just got to try it. See what happens. I think on the diet you can use chicken broth or you can use broth, and so this might be something where I could do mashed potatoes too. I could add a little, because you need some type of liquid to mash potatoes. And one thing I've thought about making is twice baked potatoes when I have time, because you have to bake them, take them out, get the insides out, mash those, put them back in the oven. So those might be good. I won't add the butter and all of that, but we'll have to see. All right, so I just wanted to show you how I got the chicken broth. Okay, I just wanted to talk about the extra chicken broth. So I got a mason jar. I was looking for a little Tupperware container, but I've learned we really should start using glass more than plastic. And so I have a lot of mason jars. Why? Because doing juice fast, this is a good way to store your juice in the refrigerator and in the freezer. So I have a lot of these. I have a lot of different sizes. I have big ones, like this one right here. I'm using this one to hold my brown sugar. I used to put my brown sugar in a Tupperware, but well, it just got old. I used it for I don't even know how many years, but this should last, and it's easy to wash, and yeah, so that's where my brown sugar is. I don't use brown sugar very often, but I may make caramel corn around Christmas. So anyway, I'm just going to put the extra juice in here, the broth, so I don't waste it. Once again, it feels awkward with my left hand. You know, I wish they would make a spout on both sides. Would that not be nice? Because then it doesn't matter what hand you are, if you're left-handed or what hand you use. So not much left, but it's enough to pour over some, and I don't want to just throw it out every time I make it. So I'm just going to put that in the refrigerator, and then I'll have it for the next time. Alright, just thought I would check the potatoes a little bit. To me, they look dry. That's the thing for me with potatoes, is they'll go dry pretty quick. But they're still in there. I should poke them. I set a timer for 15 minutes, and that's almost up. So I might poke them with a fork and see if they're done. But I do want them to get a little more toasty. Okay, so I have taken them out. It was a little over 30 minutes, and I will put them in, well, a bowl or whatever to eat. I've got a nice little bowl I like with my sea turtle on it, so I'll probably use that one. But there they are, and like I said, they'll probably be dry. I already know that, so definitely have something to drink. And I'll keep you posted. I'm anxious to see the difference of how these taste versus the one in the crock pot with the chicken broth. But right now, because I haven't been on this diet, my taste buds may not be able to notice that. From my research, I think once I'm on this for a few days, then you start to really taste things differently. And so that's probably when I'll notice a difference between how they taste more so than I will today. So, but I'll keep you posted. They look good. They smell good.